Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something pretty damn serious. Now, what we're going to go ahead and discuss today is pretty serious, so make sure you guys listen in and actually take in what I'm saying. So, for the past sort of couple of weeks, ever since the Black Ops 6 integration into Warzone, it's been very, very widespread and a known fact that there's been inconsistencies with the game, the gameplay, and specifically desync. Now, if you don't know what desync is, basically the short dumbed down version of it is you shoot someone, but on their side you don't shoot them, but on your side it looks like you're shooting them. Kind of a little bit complicated at times, but that's the base gist of it. So for you might think, oh, I've hit that guy 8 times, why is he not taking damage? But for him, it looks like you're shooting to the left or the right or around him, whatever. And it's pretty well known in the community that this has been an issue ever since the Black Ops 6 integration. Now, last night at around 8 PM UK time, Call of Duty updates, they went ahead and they tweeted out this tweet right here. We've identified an issue that could result in erroneous visual blood effects when damage was not actually dealt while shooting enemies in all modes. Now, basically what this is them trying to do is them trying to gaslight us into basically saying, no, it's just a skill issue, you're seeing things, it doesn't exist, never happened. Well, if we also go ahead and we take a look at these tweets, you can then see in this gameplay right here, quite clearly, people are able to recreate the actual blood effect that everyone's seeing simply by purposely lagging themselves. Now, I'm not sure how to pronounce this guy's name, but I think it's Frund. I apologize if I butchered that. If you see this, my fault. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've tried like 8 times now and it's not gone well. But basically, he made this really in-depth tweet where basically he said he made himself lag, and the bad hit reg was a case of lag, and essentially that's the exact same as what happens when there's desync on a server. Basically, the short side of it is their servers are bad, which is causing this desync issue, which is causing the blood effects, which is also caused by the desync. Kind of confusing, but he then goes on to like say he's not perfect, he's not like an expert in this, so he doesn't know 100%, but for right now, there could be an issue with that erroneous visual blood effect. However, it's also just as much of an issue with the hit reg. And there's many cases of people running into this issue where they're shooting somebody and they're just not dying. Now, again, I've gone over this a couple times already in this video. Everybody pretty much knows that this is an issue. It's not like some well-kept secret that suddenly now is just getting exposed. We've known this for a couple of weeks now, and it's been apparent, and a lot of people have been tweeting about it. A lot of people made videos on it, and there's a lot of discussions about this topic. For then Call of Duty to come out and tweet what they tweeted, it set off an absolute riot in the replies. Having a look at some of them, we got Modern Warzone saying, oh, we're gaslighting now. We got Milo, Mr. Ruffle Waffles, saying the gaslighting is crazy, Lamau. This may be the worst one yet. Awful. And he even then went on to make his own quote tweet on this as well, basically saying, with the Drake meme, we made a mistake, but we're working to fix it. The entire community hallucinated this problem, and your aim is arse, actually. Now, that was a pretty funny meme, but it's still pretty serious what's going on right now, because there is a multi-billion-dollar company, AAA company, lying to their player base, trying to gaslight them into thinking that a problem that everybody knows exists, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people have ran into this issue. It's not a well-kept secret. It's not like it happened to like 4 people. So many people have experienced this to the point where for them to turn around and say, oh, this is just a coincidence, or this isn't true, this is actually just a figment of your imagination. Bro, do you know how scummy that is? It's so bad that a AAA company is doing this to their player base, and we cannot let them get away with this. Essentially, they're just lying to us, and that's not cool. And there's plenty other people in the replies, massive creators. You got Cloaksy saying that his bullets disappear, and he's died to 38 rage cheaters in the past 2 days. Like, genuinely, the way it looks right now is they don't care. They haven't fixed the cheater problem. They said they have, but they haven't. Cheaters are still running rampant in multiplayer ranked, and it's only going to get worse when Urzikstan rank drops, because that's free to play. You don't know Game Pass involved, nothing like that. You can just download it and play for free. So I can only imagine how many more cheaters are going to be on the game from that, but that's not the point of today's video. We also have Lucci TV, who came in and said, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be gaslit into thinking the erroneous visual blood effects are to blame. If I place the reticle directly on someone's face, pull the trigger and get a blood shot, the game recognizes that I hit them, yet I'm doing no damage. Make it make sense. And he's got a point. Surely if there are blood effects that are happening, and it's showing that you are actually hitting the person on your client side, then no matter what the outcome is, it definitely should still do damage. There's no reason for the game to then not register that shot when on your client side it's still registering that you've hit them. Because if that was the case, we would have seen clips of people just randomly bleeding, not even being shot at, which we haven't seen any clips of that to my knowledge, so it makes no sense. You got Hustler Relic here saying damage was not actually dealt while shooting at enemies, so where did the bullet go, mate? That's a fair point to make as well. But the point is, there's plenty and plenty and plenty of creators and just people in the community, people that play this game every single day, grind this game, that know the ins and outs of this game, that are just completely debunking this tweet, and it's just false at the end of the day. And that's the whole reason why I'm making this video. I hate the fact that I've made so many negative videos about COD recently, but it's just the state of the game right now is not in a great place, and it sucks because I just came from the FC community or the FIFA community, whatever you want to call it, and that game is also another game where the devs just don't seem to care, and it's a shame because I feel like a lot of games nowadays, there's a lot of games that used to be so good, that had such a great community, but are starting to die off because the devs just simply are only caring about money. They don't care about how the game actually plays. They don't care to fix the problems with the game. It's just how can we monetize this game even more and make more money. There's also been a bunch of discussions since this tweet and in and around this tweet about Warzone potentially should become its own standalone game and not try and integrate every single year. Now, my personal opinion on this would be it's great. It's a great idea, although in practice it would get stale very, very quickly unless they integrated a lot of the factors from each game. I think it's just going to become this one repetitive cycle, and I think the big reason why Warzone worked so well was purely because there was fresh content every single year, whereas if it's just a standalone game, I don't know if it's going to hold up that well. But I definitely do see why people want it to be a standalone game, because a lot of the issues that they spend the majority of the year working on are implemented because of the new Call of Duty game, and it's a lot of bugs that are in the multiplayer side and just the actual new IP itself rather than actually Warzone's issues. Now, I'm not saying that Warzone and Raven aren't to blame for some issues as well. There's definitely been a lot of issues that aren't anything to do with the new game release. They're just purely issues with Warzone, and that's bound to happen. Every single game runs into issues and they tend to fix them. But the biggest argument I see for Warzone becoming a standalone game is 90% of the game cycle is just spent trying to fix the broken mess from the integration. And unfortunately, I think this is another one of those things that's happened because of the integration. Ever since the integration, we've had these blood visual effects that they seem to push onto everyone and say that, oh, this is the problem, it's nothing else, just pretend it's not there, guys. Yeah, no, I'm not going to pretend it's not there, mate. Multi-billion-dollar company lying to its fans, not something that should happen. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about this whole situation. If you think they're lying to us and trying to gaslight us, or if you think they're telling the truth and it is just a visual effect thing. In my personal opinion, I think they're lying and I think they're trying to gaslight us. Hopefully we see a response from this soon. Appreciate you watching the video. If you did enjoy, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications on so you never miss another upload, and I'll catch you boys in the next one.